Welcome back to another Pacific Raceways race. This is number 10 in the series, and I think we only have 5 more to go. Another beautiful day here. This is down in Kent, Washington at the Pacific Raceways racetrack. Anyway, this is the Masters 45 plus on women. I think there were only 2 women in the race this time. Our teammate Emily, who you see right there on the left, and somebody from Coalition. I'm jumping ahead. There was a breakaway by Tyler from our team, and then I think Stuart from our team. And now I figure it's my turn to go. So we do have a pretty good showing in this field. There are 23 people racing, and I believe we had 8 guys. Anyway, so the plan was to try to help Doug on our team, who was tied for first place in the series. And also the plan was to kind of just keep sending attacks. So far, that has been what we're doing. I'm doing my usual early race attack where no one follows me and I get stuck out in the wind. And yeah, so I'm speeding through this so you don't have to just stare at me rolling around the track for a couple miles. What else? I'm currently, I think, in 4th place in the series, and Bradley Haley is ahead of me. All right, so I've just been caught. Again, I was about one over lap, and now Peloton's got me. You see Nate from Revolution and Joe Skokin from Gerks, and I believe that Doug is going to send an attack. Yep, there he goes. So there goes Doug, and Mike Rogers from 10 Speed Hero is following him. So Andrew Martin from 10 Speed Hero is tied with Doug on our team for first place, but he is not here tonight. So this is a great opportunity for Doug to get some points. So that's why our team is not trying to chase that down. But I think Nate from Revolution and Joe from Gerks, and then Bradley from Liquid Velo started kind of chasing after that move. So here we go, and we end up catching them a little less than a lap later. And here we go. Anyway, it's a good opportunity for Doug to get some points tonight, given that most of 10 Speed Hero is not here. So they've been brought back, and waiting for the next move here. Oh yeah, nothing really happened for a lap, and then I believe Tyler on our team sent another attack, so that's kind of causing the pace to kick up a bit. I'm following Chip from Liquid Velo right here. And we are not quite halfway through this race. Yep, so Tyler is now caught, and I think Chip... Oh no, Chip's just kind of catching up to mine. I thought Chip was going to make an attack here, but... Got everybody regrouping a bit. So we kind of have a little bit of a move rolling off the front, which has Doug on our team in it, and Stuart. And I'm just following Drop Bar here. I think this is Todd Dry. I don't know for sure, but forgive me if that's not who it is, but just kind of following Drop Bar and seeing if he would pull me across or what was going to happen. But then I see Mike from 10 Speed Hero and Bradley from Liquid Velo try to move across. Right now, Bradley's ahead of me in the standings, so I do kind of want to keep an eye on him if I can. Again, the main goal is to get Doug points. But since I'm sitting in the top 5, it'd be nice to stay in the top 5 or potentially move up if possible. So that kind of all comes back together. This was a fun night of racing. It was a lot of attacks, and our team actually did a really good job. Again, attacking and counterattacking, marking moves, chasing things down that got away. Again, this is another little attack, and I believe Stewart is in there, and I honestly don't remember who else was in this move. And also, I think it's a pre-lap, so I think we're kind of soft pedaling right here, not trying to chase them down, but figuring that someone would chase them down, given that it is a preem. And Stewart gets brought back, and there's still the other guy that was with him, and I apologize for not knowing who that is off the top of my head. But I think he stays away. Everybody's kind of just sitting there marking. We've got Chip and Bradley there from the Goodfellow. They were having a little chat. I don't know what they were saying. Stewart's kind of just on the front there. And all of a sudden, this Taco Time rider takes off. There he goes. And I think he left it a little too late if he was trying to get the preem, because that other racer, you can see him way up there, definitely has a lead on him, and I believe that he maintained that and won the preem lap. And again, everybody's kind of just letting this go. We're about halfway through. About a lap later, we end up pulling them back. Yep, there they are right there to the right. Kind of got a little group here rolling off the front, and again I'm following drop bar. We got Joe Skokin up there, got Tyler from my team, got Revolution, I think that's right over to, oops, and then Doug and Bradley attack. So Doug from my team and Bradley Haley attack. And then I think that was Brian Zaggers from Apex that was following him across. Steve Robinson goes. Tyler and I are sitting there, and I'm trying to decide if I want to just let this move go. But then I see another Revolution rider go, and I decide I'll just bridge across. So I put in an effort and make it across. And we actually have a pretty decent split at this point. So once I catch up with the group, I let them know that, hoping that we can all work together. Yeah, that's where I tell them we got a good split. Nobody seems to want to actually work. I mean, Joe does, Joe from Gerks, so he starts pulling. I drop in behind him, and we're going to rotate real quick. But there doesn't seem to be any cohesion amongst the group, so I kind of look back and don't see anybody else at the moment pulling through, so kind of shut it down a little bit. And then it looks like they decide to start working. it looks like we're potentially going to start rotating and working together to try to get a little bit of a lead. Got Steve Robinson here from Zealous Racing dropping in, but unfortunately the pack catches us. Everybody kind of pulls the plug, and then Chip from Liquid Velo takes off, and Tyler from our team marks him. And so those two get a pretty decent gap. Nobody seems to want to chase right away. Then I think that's Brian Zaggers up there from Apex. We've got Joe Skokin from Gurks. Steve Robinson. Maybe that's Brian right in front of me right there. Yeah, that's Brian right there over to the left. So they look like they're going to try to chase it down. And I get in behind the drop bar rider here again. It looks like he's struggling a little to get the wheel, so I hop on up to these four. We got Nate here on the left, on Revolution Cycling. We got James on my team coming through there on the right. So all we have to do is just kind of sit on the wheels. But it looks like the chase is pulling back Chip and Tyler. And I think we just about catch him right here. Yeah, they're brought back. And then Doug on our team goes over on the right-hand side. You can see him making a break for it. And this is getting late in the race, so this is a good move. So we've got Tyler on my team right here in front of me. And we kind of just sit on the front. Soft pedal and allow him to get a pretty decent gap. I'm going to speed up a little here. We got Bradley from Liquid Velo, tries to get across, and as you can see, he's marked by 4 of us from Huggins Berman, so that's not going to go anywhere. And then Chip goes, and again, team's marking him. I think we did an awesome job this race of working well as a team. Stuart and Tyler were on top of everything. James was up there as well, chasing things back. So we were marking all the wheels and chasing when we needed to, and when we weren't, we were attacking. So now we're at 2 laps to go. And Chase kind of gives up a little bit. So again, we get to soft pedal, but then Bradley from Liquid Velo bridges. So at this point, for me, that's not so great in terms of the overall series. But I also realized that if Bradley gets up to Doug, they've got a better chance of staying away. And our main goal was to get Doug as many points as possible in this race since Andrew wasn't here. And this way, hopefully it's going to guarantee him at minimum a second place. So it made sense for us to just kind of soft pedal, but then Nate decides he wants to try to bridge. Stewart on our team gets on his wheel, and I get on Stewart's wheel, so again, we've got him marked. It's pretty discouraging, I think, to decide you want to try to bridge and look back and see 3 Hagens-Bermans guys just sitting on your wheel, going along for the ride. And then we got Taco Time Rider making a break for it. Joe Skokin from Gerks follows, as does Steve Robinson. Stewart again jumps on the wheel, and I'm on Stewart's wheel. And I think Tyler's right behind me as well. Taco Time pulls off there to the right. So Joe's on the front, Joe Skokin. I think he sits up at this point. I almost took myself out there on Stewart's wheel. Wasn't paying attention. So we're in a pretty good position. We've got coming into 1 lap to go. There is the bell. And Doug and Bradley still have a decent lead. It's looking more likely that they're going to stay away. So far in this race, it seems to me like Joe Skokin from Gerks, Nate from Revolution, and Brian here in front of me from Apex were the ones that were doing a large amount of the chasing. I see Nate start to wind it up, so I get on his wheel and mark him. He definitely can roll fast, so did not want to let him get away. And congratulations to Nate. He got first place in the Red R Crit the weekend before this. And Joe Skokin from Gerks got second, so I think they were in a breakaway. So again, they can roll a breakaway. Brian from Apex comes through, so I jump on his wheel. And you can see up in the left right there, you can see Doug and Bradley just going around the corner. So it's still kind of touch and go as to whether or not they're going to stay away. These are long laps. They're almost 2 miles.
Nice video of your butt. Gluteus maximus.
Just joking with Brian about his comment on my last video. He said my cover photo made his butt look big. So Steve winds it up here. Tyler gets on his wheel. And I jump on. And I know Stewart's right behind me. You can see Steve look back here in a second and go, ah. Shake his head. Decide that wasn't worth it. And I think Brian pulls through again. And he's got Stewart on his wheel. So this is looking really good for Doug and Bradley. At this point, I realize, though, off to the left, you can kind of see him there. Bradley looks like he's popped. And so Doug is on his own, and we're actually going to pass Bradley. So that's actually great news for Doug. And it also is good news for me since Bradley and I are kind of neck and neck in the point standing right now. So Doug is just going around the corner up there. And that pretty much means he's going to get it. Got Kirk from my team coming through, and I was going to follow him. But I noticed Mike from 10 Speed Hero winds up his sprint. The finish line is a lot closer on this race. So I tried to get on his wheel, but I just didn't move fast enough and can't quite get up to him. So Doug takes first, Mike Rogers from 10 Speed Hero takes second, and I end up getting third. Super fun race, great teamwork. It was worked out as good as we could possibly hope. Thanks, and see you next week.